and welcome to Inside ICSD with Dr. Brown, a show that takes a look inside the Ithaca City School District. I'm Parker Hubbell, a senior at Ithaca High School, and my co-host is Dr. Brown, Superintendent of Schools. Our show is produced by English and digital media students at Ithaca High School. On this episode of Inside ICSD with Dr. Brown, we'll get to know the leadership of Ithaca High School, talking with Ms. Abad and Mrs. Killens.
Thank you, Parker, and thanks for joining us, ladies.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we could begin. Just tell us a little bit about what you do to support academic achievement at the school and how your talents play into that role.
So I was a teacher in the district for 17 years, a department chair of world languages for 7 years, and now the last 3 years I've been lucky enough to work with Ms. Killens and others as part of the administrative team here at the high school. Among the things we do is to act as a liaison between the administration and the leadership team who make the instructional decisions here at the high school.
Outstanding.
And I am Takima Killens, and I have worked 15 years as a school social worker in many different places. I've worked in the charter school, I worked most recently in the charter school, and then I worked in Auburn, actually Auburn City School District, and went back to pursue administration. Started out as a dean in a charter school in New York City, the KIP Foundation, and then came to IHS. I've been here for about 2 years now, and as Ms. Abad said, we act as liaisons between families and students and teachers, helping students to make sure that they get what they need to successfully meet their graduation requirements.
So have you guys done any recent new policies to help improve the school lately?
Recent new policies. We have, in terms of new policies, no, but we have kind of reworded some policies. If you look at your student handbook, which my office is responsible for, you'll see that this year's there was a lot of things that were highlighted, things that I thought were a little confusing, ambiguous for kids, and so I tried to clarify it, changing the language a little bit and highlighting things to pull some things out for kids so that you don't get caught up, so that everyone clearly understands what the expectations are here and what we offer and how you can get support.
One of the things I do is to coordinate the testing in January and in June. So you may recall that last June, for the first time, the state invoked a serious and more strict policy about electronics during an exam period. So what you'll see next week during the January exam period is that once again, students will be surrendering their electronics just for the duration of the exam. And that's something we haven't done in the January period. You'll be hearing more about it.
Right. That was enacted actually in June, and that wasn't a school policy, that was a New York State policy that we then implemented and have tried to help kids to become a little more comfortable with it by putting out posters and giving you guys some, as we get information and knowledge, we share that with the school, with the students, with the parents. We send things home so that you guys are not surprised. Ms. Abad was responsible for that last year. My office is responsible for that this year. So you'll see, you will start to see actually now there's lots of posters being hung around the school to tell you when the dates are, when the tests are, and then you'll also have posters that will share with you guys where you need to take your electronics, why that needs to happen, because to tell young adults what to do without telling them why to do, why they're doing what they're doing, I think leaves you guys with a lot of questions, unanswered questions that you'd like answers to, and so we try to provide all that information for you guys.
Ms. Killens, Ms. Abad, when speaking with IHS alumni this past weekend, they shared with me how academically challenging and how much fun they had at IHS. Even more academically challenging than their first year in college.
Yes.
If you could speak to some of the outstanding opportunities that we provide here at this high school for young people before, during, and after school that are highlights and things that are preparing them to be college and career ready.
Well, among the things that we've always been known for, at least certainly for the last 20 or so years, has been a very rich course offering in the AP realm. We have, in fact, 2 new courses this year, and we'll have 2 new courses next year. So it isn't only that we have a rich depth of offering, but we also are continually expanding it. Other things we're doing is expanding our course offerings online, so that for the first time this year, we've used a program called Aventa to pilot and see if we can't offer yet even more opportunities to students.
I think that IHS does a wonderful job of giving kids the academic but also the hands-on experience. We have a wealth of extracurricular or co-curricular activities like Code Red that the students get together, and I just actually ran into some alumni this past Friday that were here, and they came back to help. It's the building season for Code Red, and they came back to help and give, lend their wisdom, their college wisdom, and two of them said that they had a more rigorous curriculum here, and they were well prepared given the extracurricular activities that they involved themselves in or that was available to them through IHS that helped them to be better prepared for the programs that they were going into. Both of them were in engineering programs after doing Code Red here at the high school, and last year the Code Red team went to a championship last year. So that just goes to show the meshing of the academics and the actual hands-on, the application of what they're learning here at IHS.
Anything you want to know, Parker?
Not really. Do you have any more questions, Dr. Brown?
Yeah, anything new on the horizon, things that are going to be exciting for young people to engage in the near future that they may not know of yet? Any teasers?
So I'm hoping everybody heard about bus passes. So we are now furnishing TCAT bus passes to students to make sure that if they want to stay after school or to be a part of an activity that is in session when the school's not in session, they have access to every opportunity here at the school. So if anyone hasn't heard about those bus passes, please go to your associate principal's office. We have a couple of upcoming things happening. We have the winter formal on February 8th, so we're hoping everyone will dust off their dancing shoes.
Right.
Will be held at Museum of the Earth, which is a pretty awesome place. If you haven't been there, just come to see that.
And it is our only all-school dance. So it's the only dance that freshmen and seniors and everybody in between can get together and celebrate and dance and have a really good time.
Yeah. There are plenty of activities. If anyone looks at the calendar and sees the wealth of sporting events every night, so between basketball and swimming and theater productions and just all kinds of things are happening all the time. So it's a plug for the calendar. Keep an eye on the calendar. It changes all the time.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, ladies. I learned much today about our school district and what's happening at IHS. And please continue to tune in and tweet at us. Let us know your thinking and what you wish to see as part of this outstanding show with Parker. Anything else, Parker?
No, that is all for today. Thank you for staying tuned with ICSD
ICSD with Dr. Brown.
with Dr. Brown.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.